got a couple of hours spare. Gonna dive into this finishing off last bits list. Let's have a look at what we have. This car was completely unknown before we sort of got it driving. Cluster's a little funny. As we're driving, the tach just likes to lose signal altogether. So we're gonna pull that out and get that rebuilt by a friend around the corner. The AC pump's coming back from a specialty shop that's pulled it apart. The inside of the housing was all rusty and not working, so they've pulled it completely apart and putting it back together. The AC pump for the M42 is specific, so I didn't bother trying to get another one. I thought we'd just rebuild what we have so that we can drive it on a 40-degree day. Not one. Aerial's a little bit average, so I've got a new OEM mast coming. We'll have to pull that apart and build that into the one that's in there. It does work, it does power up, it just gets stuck, which is not amazing. Line the sunroof. I reckon we'll have a crack at this today. I'm gonna pull part of the headlining apart, pull the motor off. This car came with the optioned electric sunroof, which is nice. I'm told it was a $2,500 option back in 1990, which is decent money. I'm gonna paint some interior plastics that I'm not quite happy with. Around the carpet, there's some heater box drains missing. They need to go back in. Had the exhaust off. Why did I have it off? Oh, to trim down the tip of, yeah, I'll show you. Myself and a mate made the exhaust and it was quite pokey. So it's 2.5 inch stainless tip. A little bit bigger than the factory situation, but I think it looks quite fitting. Driver's door pocket, so I'm hoping this one has a crack. Hard to see, but I've got a sedan door card in grey, and I'm hoping that it's the same length and the coupe door is just longer. The handle and the pocket are the same, so we'll have a look into that. And then we've got this diff winds, so I got a spare. Could send it off and get it rebuilt, but there's every chance that it's okay, so I'm just gonna clean it up, put the nice rear cover on it, throw it in the car, see what happens. And then there's no windscreen washer system, so I've ordered a new OEM bottle and the lines for that go and connect here. I think we should start off with pulling the cluster out and treating some of these interior plastics. Get very used to pulling everything apart a million times. Steering wheel off first. Cluster's out. Set that to the side, send it to Pete. I would like to get these two off. Got it apart. Set myself up a little trestle table. This is what we're working with. They're okay, but I want them to be nice and black and new. I mean, without throwing hundreds of dollars at parts from Germany. It's a nice little challenge to try and freshen them up. I've changed my mind slightly, and I think that considering, just went on the roof and found a spare. I think I'm gonna have a go at just Mr. Black plastic treating these, because I don't really want to change the sheen. I just want them to be clean and black. Wax and grease remover. So that's one application to compare to quite grey. I think that a good test is to hold it in the interior. Oh, it's back to front. But I think the texture's right. I have to do this switch panel now. Done 2 coats on this guy. Sorry about the sun. These guys are looking pretty good. We'll finish 2 coats on each and let them dry fully before putting them back in the car. Reconditioned plastics for 318 IS. Now for a task that I've been putting off for a really long time. You need to get these bolts off because it holds the top of this panel in. Take him off, put him back in. Cool. Let's see what happens if that's in the up position. That should move down. Then we go back. Woohoo! Look at that. So I've put it all back together. You can see I gave that a bit of plastic treatment. The handbrake light wasn't working, so I just reconnected that. There's this little wire underneath the lever. Interior's back together, cluster's coming back. Aerial sort of works. I've ordered a new mast from our friends at Peninsula BM. The sunroof is, everything was working really well. Last thing was to add the wind deflector, and it's getting caught on the wind deflector, stopping it from closing. So it goes, it works, it's not perfect. I'm just gonna pause on it for a sec. Apparently there's some guru around the corner that can come have a look, so we might do that. But it's a small step. Lots of small steps with restos. Patience is incredibly important. Tomorrow, we are taking the cars out for a bit of a drive. So I might film a little bit there. It was actually a Father's Day present that we gave. Nice restaurant in Red Hill. Gonna take the Shark, the M3 and my brother's JZX100. For a little burn, so I might throw a GoPro in and get some footage. Out behind me, ready for a burn.
This is for your vlogs, bruh.
You're really good at washing cars, mate.
Huh? Yeah.
You're really good. Ah! Ah!